Well, let's be honest. Adidas had a lot of backlash for a long time with what was going on because a lot of people were saying you're a company that was based in Germany and was
Nazis or something.
Pretty much had been aligned with Nazis in the past. Rage had everything. The earlier you woke up, the weirder it was.
Yeah, I think
it was like that weird club time, whereas like people were still like raving
like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, so it was like they still had the weird ones.
Like when Ren and Stimpy's on.
And I would sit there every day on my like weekends. And just watch it from the morning to nighttime, bro, and watch like top 10. Like there's the rock show, the hip hop show.
Yeah.
And you'd have to wait.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome to the Well-Versed Podcast presented by Ever Defining, recorded at 6 Degree Studios. I'm Kayleeza.
I'm Gene.
I'm Bill's 90.
DEAD Skin Insane.
And we're back in full force.
We are here.
We're here.
It's been like
full
2
strength.
months.
And I'm going to claim it. The best podcast exported out of Australia.
Oh, let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
The best podcast exported out of Australia.
Well, you have to talk about it.
The home.
Talk that shit, King.
The home of everything related to the culture right here.
Talk that shit, King.
Bro.
On Ever Defining on the Well-Versed Podcast.
Talk that shit, King.
Yeah, you hear it here first.
Talk that shit, King.
The best. The greatest.
Yes, sir.
And this is our 40th episode.
The grandest.
So there's 40 episodes that shows our greatness of how great this podcast is. Yes. 40. And how we are the best podcast exported out of Australia currently.
That means we've been in here at least 40 times.
Over because
I know.
this doesn't even include our 0.5 episodes, so make sure you check them out. They're coming
the
out.
deleted ones.
Yeah.
So we got close to
there's multiple.
Yeah, we got close to 50 hours.
Yeah, there's some that didn't happen.
You know, they say it takes how many hours to master your craft?
10,000 hours to be good at it, 100,000 to master it.
Well,
and a million.
Well, we did it in
to be Hove.
Well, we did it in 2 episodes.
Yeah, facts.
We mastered that bitch.
There we go.
That.
3 episodes.
There we go.
For sure.
But how's everyone
to the big room?
How's everyone feeling?
I'm feeling great, feeling good.
My headphones messed up. How you feeling, Bills?
I'm feeling amazing.
Welcome
good
back.
to be back. It's good to be here.
So glad you're back.
Same. Thanks for dressing up for me. I appreciate it.
Happy Halloween. So by the time you guys watch this, it
had been Halloween.
So.
And we're not recording on Halloween, so there's no real need for this man to be wearing a mask. But
it's far from Halloween, and he's still like.
He's actually
how are you feeling today?
I feel at home in my own skin.
Bro, don't stitch me up.
That was good. I like that. I actually grew this mask myself.
That's good.
But anyway, let's be honest. There's only one.
I mean, there's a lot to talk about, but
there's really only one thing, and the man has. It's
a lot.
There's a lot. So, our last episode, to come clean, we had talked about this briefly on our last episode, but we had to cut it because the ongoing saga of like Kanye West, had been just off the back of Drink Champs, social media, he's been posting. So there was a lot of things that had transpired after we even did the episode. So I was like, okay, we probably shouldn't put out what we had, and we'll come when everything's kind of settled. Yeah. So now things have kind of settled.
For now.
We've talked about Kanye, I feels like almost every episode.
Kanye's probably the most talked about person on our podcast
of all time, for sure. And for this year, he's definitely made him one of the most talked about.
Definitely for this year. This year was crazy.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the most talked about human beings this year, for sure.
Yeah.
So
for us,
doesn't matter if you're a hip hop fan or not. Like I know you would know who Kanye West is.
Yeah.
So I'll bring everyone up to speed for where we are, and after I read out everything that's transpired, which is you guys obviously already know, like whatever social media posts he's done, whatever podcast he's done, and whatever he said on those podcasts and platforms. But this is what I'm gonna say that has happened in terms of business wise. So the Gap has obviously
The Gap has gapped them.
Yeah, the Gap has obviously dropped him from their contract. That contract was terminated. Instagram and Twitter, they both suspended his account.
Crazy.
JP Morgan Chase, they sent a letter to confirm that he has until late November to find another place for the Yeezy empire to bank.
Crazy.
Def Jam, they have Donda 2. Donda was the last album with him, but they've pretty much said they're no longer doing good music or his music. There's no longer going to be any albums or music distributed with him or any of his label. Wow. Balenciaga said that they're not. Balenciaga and his creative director Denma. Balenciaga has no longer any relationship nor any plans for future projects related to this artist. CAA, that's a talent agency, ended its relationship with Kanye. MRC, this was the company that was doing the documentary, his next documentary that was going to be on Netflix. They said we cannot support any content that amplifies his platform.
Crazy.
So they've said that they're no longer going to do it. And just last night, Adidas said that they, after repeated efforts to privately resolve the situation, we have taken the decision to place this partnership under review. And then it just got announced this morning after thorough review that they're going to immediately stop production of the Yeezy line. Products and payments will not be made to Kanye or his companies. And they expect to lose $246 million of its net income this year from the move. Foot Locker announced that it was pulling Yeezys from its sales floors. Gap did the same thing. Everything is literally on sale in their stores. And Jaylen Brown and Aaron Donald, who were also represented by Donda Sports, have decided to leave the agency. And we're all up to speed now. And yeah, that's pretty much all ties severed to a certain degree. There's no business or anyone that he works with. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head that he is still in a partnership with that is left to terminate him.
I have a question. So do you reckon that this was a ploy for him to get kicked off of Adidas earlier?
It is a big speculation because I do remember as an artist, 2 years ago, he went on Twitter putting up literally every contract he ever signed in the music business.
Yeah.
And saying we need new ways to do contracts with artists. And he put up all his contracts and said, I need the best lawyers in the world to look over these contracts and try and amend make out of it what makes sense out of it and, what is really in these contracts. And then he wanted out of Adidas and then he wanted out of Gap, but it didn't seem so simple. So there is a big speculation of that. And it wouldn't surprise me if some of that was his intent, but I don't think it excuses everything he does. But I definitely think he's been looking for a way out of all these situations for a long time.
And it went from $3 billion down to $400 million or something.
Yeah,
because of all the pullback and shit.
Yeah, well, bank full on told him he needs to find a new place to have
his money.
Yeah, to have his money.
Who's in charge of the banks?
How do you?
So that was JP Morgan. JP Morgan were the ones that he had.
That's so, bro. That's mind blowing to me.
So
that's crazy. Like even a bank can do that shit, bro. That goes to show how scary our society is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But in saying that too, it's just how can a bank say that? It's not gonna cut the name of the bank because of...
That's true. I mean, it's true. What you're saying is that exactly.
But it's just I think it's just not supporting that movement.
Yeah, but that's why I was saying it's mind blowing, bro. Because I don't understand how
no one would have ever known where he banked.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
bro. They probably, but see, the thing is, they probably got You know what I mean? You could go down this rabbit hole for
That's
ages.
where I was
They
getting
probably
at,
got
like,
customers that are murderers, G.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
That's what I
like,
was
so
getting
morally,
at.
like, you know, because they don't like what this dude said,
Well,
they...
yeah.
They're only jumping on it because the media's jumping on it.
Well, let's be honest. Adidas had a lot of backlash for a long time with what was going on because a lot of people were saying you're a company
That's
that
run
was
by
based in
Nazis,
Germany
Nazis,
and was
run by
like
Nazis or something.
pretty much had been aligned with Nazis in the past in the history of it, and you're like the last one to even make a statement or drop him. And there was a lot, but I get it on Adidas. Like that's a lot of money that they're gonna lose out on. Not to say that, but it's just not a thing where you can just. Because I don't know how much they would have put into produce. Like there could be a whole bunch of.
But yeah, just backlog sitting in the warehouse.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stock that just like literally like it's in the making of, and you're just seeing all these things, and you're just seeing it be like,
damn,
can we sell this or can we not sell this?
All those unofficial like colorways and shit too. That
That's what I.
Like,
that's what I thought I didn't like, where they pretty much said they own all the rights
to
old silhouettes and the current
all
and
the
any future colorways. I was like, why say that if you don't want to align yourself with this person?
Yeah,
then align them
cut all
at
your
all.
ties. Yeah.
Cut all ties. Like, why say
exactly.
that you own the rights to it?
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense.
And even saying that,
I almost feel like it was to stop resellers. Cause you've seen the jokes already saying I'm gonna sell these Yeezys for 10,000.
Yeah,
like,
and it'll happen.
It will. The value goes up for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
And I really do hope New Balance works with Kanye West.
I don't think anyone will right now.
Not right now.
I don't know how long. I don't know if anyone ever will.
Well, this is what I want to know. Like, do you reckon this could be? You reckon this could be the end of Kanye West?
No way.
It is.
No,
It is to a certain degree.
Yeah, but I think he's so past music and fashion that he's now jumping into technology and like robots and AIs and shit like that, or
he'll end up turning into someone like Elon Musk, or
the hardest,
like venturing onto stuff that's beyond music.
The hardest thing though,
and hip hop culture and fashion. Like
I get what he's just saying, and I get it. Like he's the biggest, and he's always managed to recover. But the issue with this is that he hurt a lot of different people,
powerful people.
Like not even power, but like even different races, different
people groups.
Yeah, exactly. So, and the thing about it is like what he wants, which is to have his stuff be accessible to everyone. He's literally just cut ties with the people that could
help him.
Only like he can't make like in his lifetime he can't make something that can produce as much as Adidas or Nike.
No, that's a fact.
And and if these people don't want to work with even banks, he's not going to have the lending power or capacity or anything to be able to ever do it now. Like it's a double-edged sword because you might be out of all your deals, but I don't know how he has the capacity to really produce everything that he wants at the scale and the amount that he wants to.
And the thing too about Kanye too, it's so difficult with him as a person too, because he can't articulate his views, because like when he talks, like a lot of his stuff is like fucking 100% like is like fucking like on, like you watch like a lot of his interviews and shit and it's like straight up, but he's just one of those people that, and many of the people around him that are like super close to him say that he can't articulate his stuff, so it almost comes off as like fucking, you know, attacking this person or so. I'm not sticking up for him at all, but I'm just saying that like he's such a difficult person to like break down at the surface level.
Yeah.
But in saying that too, it's just like some of the shit that he does say is a bit fucking how you going, like, you know, like you watch like an interview and he gets asked one point and then he goes around fucking 50 million other things and then comes back to that one point. Yeah. And you're just like trying to figure it out within like that, half an hour of him talking. But still, it's just like he is on some things, but he's off on other things. And he's so hard to he's such a difficult person to like actually like decipher as a person.
I just think it's the the tricky thing about being someone like Kanye is that you live in a world where you can't just say what you feel and expect people to understand, like, oh, this is what he's trying to get across.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Hard
People,
to articulate.
yeah, but it's not even hard to articulate. People you can listen to what he says and take from it what you need to take from it and understand his point of view. What makes it difficult is the amount of stuff that people get offended by. And I'm not trying to say that, like, this, I mean, because we've had conversations about it where I'm like, nah, this dude's just wild. Like, he's just being stupid. The stuff he says is dumb. He should, articulate things this way, rah, 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 rah. But we live in such a sensitive society, bro, that you can say almost...
You can't misstep.
Nah, you can't misstep at all. And Kanye is the king of misstepping, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? But it's almost like he does it on purpose. And at one point we thought it was like a ploy for, oh, now this dude's got something dropping, or, he's just doing it as part of a rollout or whatever. But I just honestly feel like he's like, okay, this is how I feel in my heart. I'm going to say this. Obviously, he doesn't mean exactly what he's saying, but people can't look at something and think, oh, this dude doesn't want to kill people. What he's saying is blah, 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 blah. People hear it and go, oh.
Yeah.
Instead of, but I mean.
Talk bad about that person, but it's just cancel culture. Cancel culture's just fucked us in general.
Cancel culture isn't real. I don't believe in it anymore. I don't believe in cancel culture. I don't believe it exists.
What do you mean?
I just don't believe cancel culture is a real thing.
Why?
Because how can it be real? Who's canceled?
Kanye West.
He's not canceled though.
Yeah, but like the thing too is that like
but he's canceled how? So like it sounds canceled, like what is it equal? Like,
it's just like, so he was on, obviously, so I got two fucking examples of this shit. But one of them is obviously going to get like thrown out the door because of the person. So LeBron James podcast.
Yeah.
Like they recorded it, didn't upload it.
Yeah.
Obviously that's not going to go out because it's LeBron James. He's like the golden boy. He's got like a $80 billion contract with like Nike or whatever. But in saying that too, like on Drink Champs, like it was recorded up.
Yeah.
And then they took it down. They cancelled him.
They canceled the episode, but they didn't cancel him.
Yeah, but like...
Yeah, because they still talk about it afterwards.
He keeps getting coverage.
Yeah.
And like another person will get him on again in like a week or two for sure.
Yeah, but
that's the thing is like he's not canceled. Those platforms just decided to do something.
Oh yeah, so he's not like fully
like that's not him. That's not him canceled from everything.
Yeah.
That's that brand or whatever saying we don't
want to
with
associate
this.
with.
Which I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Drink Champs should have like. They
shouldn't have done the episode.
There's a couple things for me.
They shouldn't have turned it off, bro.
There's a couple things for me that I don't agree with that has been happening to Kanye. I don't agree with the first one of. I think it's fine that the shops like listened to the episode and then said we're not gonna air it.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the fact of Drink Champs uploading it and then deleting it. You either stand on one or the other.
Yeah.
And I don't think whatever anyone else says, Nori and FN and the whole Drink Champs should not made to be feel like guilty for uploading it. I think they put themselves in a tough spot. I don't think drinking alcohol while what he's saying was intelligent to do. I think they should have had him on. I think they should have not drunk alcohol because it was already leading to. It's called Drink Champs, but like you're literally.
But the first episode, like
but the first episode he wasn't talking about what he was talking about.
Yeah, but listen, like the first episode was like a 2-parter, and it got so many views, and then all of a sudden, Drink Champs got this BET award, and then.
But what does that have to do with alcohol?
No, just wait. Like close after the BET award, like Kanye's just going off on shit, and they knew that Kanye was gonna get them. Those amount of fucking views.
So what's more important, the views of making sure Kanye's get seen in a good light and giving him a platform to talk and not be judged and not put him in more harm's way.
Well, yeah, it's that. But like what I'm saying is that like I feel like they weren't expecting him to go off like this. But
right, they got him on because what he was saying.
Of that.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Is like I'm not saying he shouldn't have got him on. I'm saying. I don't care what the title of your show is called. If Nori says he has love for Kanye like he says he has, set him
keep
up
that
to
shit
be
up.
set him up to be in the best light possible.
Yeah.
That is good for you and is good for Kanye.
Yeah.
Not why drink. It's not gonna put him in a space that is gonna have him be seen in the best light. Do you know what I mean?
This is what I'm saying too. Like before, when we were in the studios, I sort of get why Kanye gets a lot of like bad headlines. It's because like even me personally, like when I haven't kept up with all the news and watch all the episodes for like 2 hours, it's easy to turn onto social media and read all these headlines and
Yeah, the little
takes.
the
And it's
little
really
clips.
and it's really like clickbaity, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I clicked at that and I'm like, oh my goodness, like I look at this guy and be like, look, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what the hell is he saying?
Yeah.
And then you watch an episode, like I think you sent it to us with that guy called Lex Fridman,
Yeah.
which is like a robotics engineer or something.
Yeah, I still haven't watched that one. I need to watch
And
it.
you watch his interview and podcast, and he fully talks to Kanye without no intention of getting a reaction out of him. And they just have like two civil conversations that challenges each views. But it's you get the explanation from Kanye and all these long-winded answers that like makes you think that, all right, you know what I mean? Like this guy is making sense as long as it's in the context. Like he gives you a full context of what he's saying. But it's just the fact that like this platform, like Drink Champs and stuff, I think, like you said, it had booze involved. It just didn't set a place the right environment for Kanye to like express what he's saying. You know
Like
what I mean?
I know exactly because like
Yeah.
with Kanye, I watch it and like some things he says I agree with 100%. Some things I hear and I don't agree with at all.
Yeah,
But I know the
100%.
sentiment. But this is the thing is like this is the thing that the world has to understand that they don't understand, right? Like if you think that what someone says is 100% always right or 100% always wrong, then you're the crazy one.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Because no one is 100% right or 100% wrong.
Put that on a
So you
t-shirt.
can't. You're the
That
crazy
on a cracker,
person
dude.
if you look at someone and be like, oh, they're always right.
That's
Oh,
why
they're
we do this
always
fucking
wrong.
podcast.
And that's what they're doing with Kanye. They're making him look like he's 100% wrong and crazy
Yeah.
every time. But at times, he's speaking logical sense. He's making.
Bro, he's got full of wisdom, bro. Listen to that podcast with Alex
For sure.
Friedman. And
What's the other one with him in the dark room with the dude and the chick? Is it AOL? Or something? It's like a French dude, and they're like interviewing him, and like that's another
yeah,
good
no,
one too.
it's
That
a-
was just
that was before, yeah,
that was
yeah.
a really fucking good one too. Like he talks like fucking some good shit in that too.
Yeah, he's not. He's one of the brightest minds that we've had.
Yeah,
For sure. And
He's a free thinker, bro.
yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
I was about
And
to
that's the
say.
thing
When you
is
break
like
the regime, like it's different. That's what fucking Bronson said, and I agreed with that 100%.
the other thing that is a struggle in this world, in the world in general, but I think as well it hurts because Kanye's very much similar, is the fact of like in today's society, like everyone, like pretty much all people lack emotional intelligence.
Yeah, 100%.
So there's no
yeah.
way that people can't hear something and not be triggered and then not just see red.
Yep.
Yeah.
People are so
100%.
bad with their emotions that as soon as they feel triggered, they just see red and they just
Yeah.
look at that and
There's
they
no
got to target.
understanding,
There's no point of let me put my emotions to the side so I can see the full picture.
Yeah, no reasoning or nothing.
Like you can not agree with what everyone's like. If like I said, if you think what someone says is 100% always right or always wrong, you're crazy.
Yeah.
You have to go in knowing that I'm agree with some of what he says. I'm not gonna agree with some of the things he says at all.
Yeah.
But that's fine. But you can't be emotionally unintelligent enough to be like, nah, he said something that I don't like. Nah, I don't like this guy at all.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He's stupid.
Bro.
Like it's just ridiculous, bro. We're at this point in the world where like one statement that you don't like can literally assassinate your whole character, like
Yeah,
your whole
100%,
character.
bro.
Like it just baffles me that like
Yeah.
people want to make the world so one dimensional,
Yeah.
and it's like because of what Bill said. When someone is free minded, they don't like it. They don't like
Exactly.
free thought. They want
No.
us all to think the same.
Exactly.
And it's like,
exactly,
I
bro.
don't want to all think this. I appreciate the fact I watch someone like Kanye West or Joe Rogan or any of these names, like any big individuals. I say, I agree with that. And I don't agree with that. And that's 100% fine with
That's
me.
cool,
And I
yeah.
don't look at them any differently.
Yeah.
And that's how I just don't understand how we can't get to that place where we realize, yeah, like
I think it's because, like you said, with lack of emotional intelligence, and I think it stems from having access to a lot of information and news and stuff and activism. Like I feel like activism is a thing because now it's either amplified for the greater good or it's exaggerated. You know what I mean? And I feel like we live in a PC culture where, like I said, you really have to watch what you say because people would rather get offended or rather than sit back and sort of digest and interpret it like.
Well, I mean, it's funny, bro. Like, this world is so controlled. There's certain things, like, I don't want to downplay our platform or anything like that. Yeah. But we run a podcast in Australia, bro. You know what I mean? There's certain things that we can't say, and if we do say it, our platform will get pulled.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
And it's just so mind-blowing how controlled we are as people, and it's like, it's so bad to the point where it's like, there's certain stuff you want to say because that's how you feel, but you can't say it because...
and I think this is what Kanye is getting at.
Exactly. He's like, so I'm going to just say it.
Well, I'm going to just say it. The one thing that we couldn't talk about and that they let no one on also was COVID. They didn't let anyone talk about COVID. And we didn't say COVID on this because you literally couldn't say COVID without it being flagged saying, you know, like, you can't put this up because you can't say that you withhold any information about it. You have to seek professional advice from blah, 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 from this site and blah, blah, blah. So we couldn't say COVID. And it's like, we couldn't even say our opinion on COVID or vaccinations or any of that thing. It was just... That's what it is, and you have no right to talk about it on any public forums.
And I mean, he had COVID, and look at him, he's fine.
This is what happened. But like,
that's
did he have COVID? Did he have COVID, or is that the vaccine? Is that the sixth dose?
It was half and half.
It was half and half.
Half and half, and among other
deplatformed.
things. It was among other things that I've done.
But you know what I mean? That's just an example of like control. Like, look. We can laugh about it now, but if you start saying stuff like that, like,
I don't want to tell you what Gene was up to.
Exactly, bro.
I had some dodgy sushi joints a couple times, and I was just like, fuck. Yeah, man. And then I woke up like this.
I was actually,
like, oh fucking hell.
I was actually rallying in front of the city hall, being like, give us back our freedom.
Well, I was too. The thing too is that like it's fucking like 2022, and like even like after the height of like the internet and shit, like we expected like the world to be a lot more freer, but it's not.
Nah,
like there's
it's never free, bro.
Like straight up, like there's all these people that like rally for like all this stuff, and the thing too is that like, bro, the internet is so open now. On so many different platforms, but we still can't talk real shit.
But this is the craziest thing about control, right?
Fucked, bro.
It's crazy.
This is the craziest thing about control, right? Like, we had the COVID stuff, right? But amongst all these other things of like, you know, they controlled us whether it comes to like, oh, we can't go to this place if you're not vaccinated, or you can't, you know, you can't have people.
Can't go to Disneyland if you don't support Kanye.
No, but you can't have like multiple people in your house at a time. And that's like, bro, that's your own privacy, bro. You can't even have the choice. And despite all this, they managed to sort of like divide us in between being like, oh, your stance
they pitted us against each other.
Yeah, like a vaccinated and not vaccinated, and like, you know what, you should look down upon people that are unvaxxed, because
bro, the coercion was crazy.
Yeah, bro. It's like,
but that's the what. That's the what. The world is like, how do we pit people against each other?
Yeah,
and that's the world. That's the world that we live in.
Bro, it's just like, to push a narrative, bro. It's the weirdest.
But that's what I mean. Like,
there's so many.
All I ask is for people. I'm not saying you have to agree with Kanye or anything. Yeah. You cannot agree with like. But like, you have to be able to have the free thought to form your own opinion and form your own idea on what you stand with and what you don't stand for.
Lisa knows we go back and forth about Kanye all the time. Like, legit, we'll be in the group chats and me and him are sending the longest messages. I'm like taking 5 toilet breaks at work just so I can sit in there and write a long message. But the thing is that it's not gonna be. It's all good, bro. They don't watch this, and even if they do, they won't care. But it's even though I say those things, I don't ever want it to get to a point where like Kanye doesn't have a platform to express himself, or
scary,
anyone.
bro.
You know what I mean?
So
like, it's
scary.
bro.
Well, that's what I hate.
world's just
Literally,
stupid,
bro.
bro.
They painted him to be something, whether it's right or wrong, whether you agree with it or not. But they cut off his legs, and he doesn't have a platform to even defend himself.
Yeah.
And I don't respect that
That's
at
the
all.
craziest thing, bro.
I don't respect that at all. Just like one of the things that I don't like that Kanye did was talk about Virgil. I don't like him talking about Virgil at all, because to me, it's the same thing. You don't talk about someone that can't
Defend
be able
himself.
to speak for themselves. And they're doing this to Kanye where they're literally painting him out to be something without giving him the reign to say,
and this is what they do.
Rebuttal.
This is what they do. Like Bill said, pushing a narrative, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's if they can do that to an individual, like I could imagine them doing that in a bigger scale as a whole society. You know what I mean? Like
for sure.
But yeah.
And like I get that 100% now. Like there's been times when like I'm just gonna put it out there. There's been times when I've been like told not to like talk about someone that passed away, but like I actually fucking 100% get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because they can't fucking argue, and then you get painted as like this fucking guy that's just like doesn't give a fuck, when really that's not what it was. It was just like, you know, and I get that 155% now, and now I'm gonna be a lot more nicer about it. And I'm
but that's the thing, bro. Like me and you, I can
you know who
agree.
I am,
yeah,
though.
I know who you are.
But
That's
everybody
the thing,
else
like,
doesn't.
And that's the thing as well. Like I know who he is, so like we can disagree.
Yeah.
And I can be like, bro, but this is my point of view, and this is his point of view. And I'm like saying, I'm not trying to say that so you do anything differently, but I'm just gonna let you know how I see it from my point of view and why I don't agree with that. And that's fine. It
And
could be,
it's okay
it could
to
be
not
the
agree.
smallest things or the the biggest things, but it's completely fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the crazy thing is that why do we as people feel like we should be the enforcers of tearing down someone's platform because of something that they said?
It's interesting
that we don't
bro.
agree with. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting times, bro.
Why didn't it happen to people like in the past or?
But
like,
it's funny, bro,
fucking
because
X
when it
amount
comes
of
to,
years ago.
but the thing is that when it comes to people who can actually make bad things happen, nothing
Quiet.
happens.
Yeah, they get given the best.
But you know what I
But
think
when it
it is?
happens to Kanye West, who obviously, like, it's the most obvious thing. Like, he doesn't want to kill anyone.
It's status, bro.
Bro,
People want to be.
It
People want
baffles me
people
so
want
much, bro.
people want status and fame more than they want money, respect, or loyalty.
And it's the regime too.
That's what I believe. I believe people want status and fame more than they want money, more than they want respect, or more than they want loyalty.
100%.
And that's the world that we live in. So that you'd rather like make Kanye out to look bad, decrease his status, while you promote yourself as being a better individual for not believing in,
Do you know
in his
why?
And at the same time, too, I don't want us to sound insensitive to anyone who felt offended by what Kanye said. Like, you
Not
know,
at all.
that offense is warranted. You should feel offended if he said something that, you know,
Offensive.
Yeah, and
that
this
offends your cultural.
for me, like that's what I'm saying. I want to make sure that this is only about him being deplatformed.
Yeah.
I don't think
Not about his opinions.
It's not about his opinions. I'm not defending his opinions. This is more like the
A
state of the
conversation
world.
about him.
This is we're talking about the
like,
state of the world
bro.
and what I feel like is kind of a controlled environment where we're in almost no control. So like I said, I don't agree with a lot of his views. And one of the reasons why I asked Keegan, I said, look, let's not put that out like that 20 minutes where we were talking about it, because I didn't agree with one of his statements where he pretty much, I don't know if I want to repeat it, but where he did the saying how he pretty much, it was, I guess what you'd say, incited violence and what he would do to a particular group of people. And I was like, you just can't do that. No. I'm all for like freedom of speech, but I don't go. You don't threaten or incite violence,
especially if you have 20 million
it's,
people reach. You know what I mean?
You can't do that. You just can't.
Yeah,
you just can't do that at all.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I think everything is up for discussion, but nothing needs to be taken in a direction where you're inciting or you're promoting something that could promote violence.
100%. But this is what I want to know. And what I'm worried about. Do you guys think that something bad might happen to Kanye West in like
I think something bad is already happening to Kanye West.
But
Yeah, I don't think so.
He's not gonna get killed like he said. Like he said on Drink Champs, he is just like, yo, if you want to come get me right now.
that's just me putting my tinfoil hat on.
He won't get.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. That'd be I don't even want to say how.
It won't happen. It won't happen because as soon as that happens, like if someone comes up and shoots him or something, that's automatically the tinfoil hat.
No,
like
but the reason.
No, wait. So it's automatically like the fucking government fucking trying to do that shit. But if he overdosed in his sleep, like, yeah, you could say that it's like another thing, but it's still some tinfoil shit. It's just like JFK all over again.
My thing is, I think they'd rather torture him.
Yeah,
in real life.
and two, the reason that won't happen, bro, is because he actually doesn't have the power that the media are making out.
Yeah.
That he has.
He talked about a lot of people, though.
Do you reckon
he talked about a lot of groups? There's a lot of groups not happy with him.
Yeah, for sure, but they're not gonna.
No one's not gonna.
Nothing's
but
gonna
what I'm
happen,
saying,
like,
I'm saying is like the damage is for sure doesn't
Like
allow him to
like a financial damage.
No,
bro.
In every sense, in status is what there's a lot there's a lot of like groups of people that are not gonna.
Everybody's wiping their hands with him.
But see, here's the thing, right? If someone was to ask me what my honest opinion was on a certain thing, you have to filter in your head what you're gonna say because you don't want it to offend that person.
Anyone.
Some people don't have.
Or you don't want people to look at you a certain way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like if people ask me my opinion on abortion, if people ask me my opinion on drugs and alcohol, if people ask me my opinion on, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like on all these different things. And if I was to openly say what I really think about certain things, people would.
They would come after you, bro.
Exactly, because it's an unpopular opinion. And it's like, it almost feels like judgmental or whatever. And I know this ain't on the same level as the things that Kanye's been saying.
It's the same principle, though.
It is, bro.
I mean?
It's exactly the same thing, just on a larger scale.
Yeah. Some people don't have that filter too.
Yeah, no, but what I mean is we live in such a fear-based world that people won't say that, like they won't say how they feel, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
And
like,
it's linking back to what you said about emotional intelligence, bro. You know what I mean? And not being able to process like or respect, like, oh, that's your point of view. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess that's the other difference too. Is like you said it in a way where like if you get asked, which means you got asked. The thing is with Kanye, with a lot of the stuff he's saying, no one asked him.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. He's just blading it out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even if I didn't get asked, you know what I mean?
And I think you should be able to, I think everyone should be able to have the right to their own opinion.
You
but
should.
That's the thing is like, it is gone. It is. Yeah. But there's a lot of people challenging that. And whether I agree with all of their views or I don't agree with it, I love the fact that they're challenging that we should all be able to have free thought and be able to have the freedom of speech to say our free thought.
Yeah,
and half the time, these people are confused anyway.
Everyone's confused. But I don't think there's no one that isn't in the world that isn't somewhat confused about it. At least one thing.
At the end of the day, none of us know what happens in the afterlife, bro.
Exactly.
No one knows what happens here in this freaking earth, bro.
Even are we? You know what I mean?
Bro, no one 100% knows if the world is round.
Spinning, yeah.
No one. That's a thing, and that's
people.
NASA does.
Right.
Well,
and you know who runs them?
Yeah.
Honestly, bro.
Kanye.
In this era, it's to a crazy point where you, like, even if you see it, it doesn't mean you should believe it.
Oh yes, 110%, bro.
That's the crazy thing, right? There was a point where it's like you have to see it to believe it.
Yeah. Now,
but nowadays it's not even. You can't even see it and believe it,
bro. You watch two news channel.
Bro.
Like Channel 9, Channel 7.
I can't watch it, G.
They might be reporting on the same thing.
But
two totally different
perspectives.
Because they're with two different political parties.
Exactly,
they have to push two different agendas.
So, like, just look at that and just decide.
But that's the thing. That's what hurts so much, bro, is that the social media, and the best thing about it was that it would seem like the place where the truth could be told.
And
it was the source of where we could know for sure as a people.
And
now it's been taken from us.
I was about to say until it got monetized, and it got infiltrated with rules like fact checkers and all them, like with Facebook and Instagram.
And I get it. There's a lot of false information out there, but you can't tell me everything that has ever been in the news has always been 100% factual.
Bro,
Yeah,
So
look,
it's
at
like,
the, look
where's
at the weather.
the,
Look at the weather.
media and social media, they get treated differently. So social media now, you can't speak about it unless it's 100% facts from
A fact
authorized,
fact.
an authorized governing party or whatever the hell they want
for
to
that
call it.
specific topic.
Yeah.
But with media, they can talk about anything.
Yeah.
And there's no repercussions for that, whether the story is right or wrong.
Bro, they can assassinate character. They can, bro.
TMR. Oh, TMZ.
TMZ. Yeah,
Sorry.
you know what I mean? Like, they can legit, like,
People, TMR.
defame people, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there be no repercussion or no actual consequence to the things that they say, regardless of the amount of people that
Right. It's just disturbing that this is where we are.
are a part of the audience, bro. We live in a crazy world, bro.
Yeah, dude.
We're living in a crazy world.
But that's the thing. In these
a
tested
spooky time to be alive.
times, you have to go towards the test of it.
Yeah.
You have to stand on it, because it's like, if people aren't and that's what I think. You're making people. We're at a point right now that people idolize these people just to have the guts to do it. So someone might not agree with some of these, but they're gonna align themselves with them because they want freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're gonna align themselves with someone like Kanye, even though they don't. It's just, once you go so far that way,
Yeah.
the only thing that balances out is people going so far this way.
yeah.
And that's why people talk how they talk, like a Kanye West or an Andrew Tate or I don't know, give me some more names of it, Donald Trump or
Yeah.
they take it this far because people
Yeah,
talk this
because
far.
a certain agenda, you're allowed
and
to.
there could be someone in the middle, but they're
Yeah.
like, well, I'm more inclined to freedom of speech.
Yeah, so I'm going to go that way.
Yeah, and the other people are like, well, I'm more inclined to just saving
Conservative.
face and
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
being.
well, like, I mean, if we take COVID for an example, right? There's people who were Hyundai one way, and then people who were Hyundai another way. And then there were people in the middle who just didn't agree that vaccinations should have been
Well,
pushed the way that they were pushed.
let's go around the room
If-
without disclosing anything.
Yeah.
Who was comfortable enough to just disclose to other people if they were vaccinated or not vaccinated?
But I said that thing with my chest.
Yeah,
You felt comfortable enough?
I was
Yeah,
the same.
but I would be lying if I said I would be 100% like
fully confident.
fully like on the other side of the spectrum because if I was 100% of like anti, you know what I mean, I wouldn't be using the fake apps to get into restaurants.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like that's the only thing that really got me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what? I really wanted to go in, so I'm.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You know what I mean?
He
But-
disclosed it.
Yeah.
What a brave
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And did you felt comfortable enough to disclose?
Yeah, I didn't, to be honest, to me, I didn't really care. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't know. But the reason why is because I didn't care whether people were or not.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
go to any like type of?
I
like,
did.
Yeah,
protests or
bro.
anything?
I went to
Yeah.
heaps.
But it was just the fact that like I can see the divide happening between my friends, bro. You know what I mean?
True.
Of,
Families,
like,
bro. In
yeah.
New Zealand, it was crazy. Like, in New Zealand, right? Everyone, like, if you're an indigenous New Zealander, if you're a Māori, you belong to a marae.
Yeah.
There was a point there where you couldn't, like, if someone in your family died, you couldn't go back to your marae if you weren't vaccinated. And that place is supposed to be the one place that's home.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's
man.
welcome to everyone. You know what I mean? But they were splitting it and kicking out family, bro.
Well, that's it, bro.
You know, it wasn't other things like the other very,
The other variables
complex
that come into
issues
this
that we
shit.
go through
Yeah.
as like Pacific Island and Māori people. It was this virus,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was it was pretty much enforced on us to go a certain way. And it's like, bro, these are like, I'm talking like brothers and sisters saying, nah, you can't come here.
Yeah, man.
Don't come visit my children.
True.
That kind of buzz, bro. It was crazy.
Did you feel comfortable? I mean, I guess maybe you felt comfortable like saying if you were vaccinated or not vaccinated.
Oh, bro, like straight up, the only reason I got the first hoon was because I was supposed to go back home for my mate's wedding.
Well, there you go.
That's the only reason. And then when I got the second one, I was just like, well, fuck, I'm already...
Just the follow through.
Yeah, and like even when I got the first one, they said, oh, you're going to have to get a booster.
Yeah.
And like when I heard that, I was like, I didn't fucking sign up to this. This was after I got the shot. I haven't got the booster. I got the second one, but bro, that was done.
And bro, I want to talk about like
I wouldn't have got it if I didn't have to fucking get it. I only got it just to like fly home to go see
Yeah,
my
but
then that thing got cancelled because of COVID anyway, so I shouldn't have fucking got
couldn't. I didn't really disclose just because, bro. I don't have the energy for.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't have enough of like. I'm not someone that's trying to tell you how to live your life.
Yeah,
So
bro,
what
100%.
I decided to do.
I just wanted to go to
I
pubs.
feel no need to say a reason why to you, and I feel no reason to
For you
promote
to say,
to do anything.
Yeah.
No,
So I was like,
yeah.
I didn't want to talk about it because I'm like, I don't feel like there's no like you don't weigh in on my
It's not
decision, and
necessary.
I don't want to weigh in on your decision.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
and it shouldn't be like that, bro.
that's
Like,
what it should be in life. For
yeah,
sure.
you know what I mean? Like every other health practice that you have, no one knows what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like, bro, but for certain jobs, it's like, see, even when I was applying for jobs, I was like, oh, do you have to be vaccinated?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you do.
It's like me
Oh,
asking
okay.
like, do you have to be circumcised?
Exactly, bro.
You know what I mean?
We weren't talking
No,
about
But
that.
legit, it's like having to ask your job, like, oh, you know, do I have to have all 32 of my teeth?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To have this job, it's
Bro,
bro,
this
it's
is what I
ridiculous.
didn't like about it is like coming back to like Kanye West and freedom and stuff like that. Like, well, we didn't have freedom. They made you feel like you had the freedom of choice. You know?
Yeah.
Because think about it this way, right? I was laid off work.
Yeah.
Just because of my medical status and stuff like that. Or I did not comply to the medical assessments that they had.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
you know what I mean? And for some people, the reasoning of why they complied was because, bro, they can't afford to like feed the family if they don't have it.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that regret it.
Exactly, bro.
Which is very unfortunate.
Well, it's so unfortunate, but it's just the fact that like, see how it was so forced upon us. Like, it wasn't. I think that's the only reason why I was against it is because how it was being forced.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
bro.
I'm the same.
I was selling shoes at this point, bro. Why do I need it? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you weren't touching people, like you weren't like physically touching people. You weren't like a nurse. You didn't need
Yeah.
to, like you weren't touching a needle, like injecting someone or something.
And if I wasn't fortunate enough to have like a backup plan, like bro, I would have just had to comply and just take it to keep my livelihood. You know
Yeah.
what I
The
mean?
crazy
And-
thing that the crazy thing that after like the first like initial like hoon of the thing, they all of a sudden brought in the like you have to like be fucking registered to go to these fucking places.
Yeah.
But in saying that too, like I was dating this chick at this one point, and she actually mixed like the actual first COVID thing, and like she does that stuff. She does like cancer research and all that sort of shit, and she said that it was fine. But like but I had my shot before I met her, and like still the buzziest thing is that like all of a sudden they bring in this thing that like, oh, if you're not like double vax, you can't come into this, you can't walk through this door.
Yeah.
But even like what Lisa said like a few times that like you can order at the place but you can't eat in. You're
That
already
was
in the
ridiculous.
You're already in
Oh,
the fucking
bro.
door, bro.
Exactly,
What the fuck
bro.
does that mean?
You can't
What
sit
the
down.
I can't sit down and eat there, but I can go in and pick up my food.
Bro,
Yeah.
I
You probably
remember
get more viruses off sitting down than fucking.
Walking in.
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
the sad
Bro, walk in
experience.
with your mask on, sit down, take your mask off.
Bro, that was the sad
yeah.
experience of like me and my girlfriend had during Christmas, bro. Is we literally went to a Mexican restaurant in the Sunny Coast, right?
Yeah.
And this is when that thing just kicked in.
Yeah.
Like we trying to get some lunch, you know what I mean? Like we got a fake, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they were looking for something else.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when we got there and we tried to dine in, and we couldn't.
Yeah,
But we were able to go inside.
Yeah.
Like,
How does that work? How does that work?
Exactly. And bro, the whole time we were just sitting outside waiting for food while families gathering over there and like and I was
Coughing,
like,
shitting
see
everywhere.
this divide that's like happening right now and we feel like an outcast. It's kind of like, bro, this ain't it. But I'm glad it's all over.
Bro,
And,
certain
you know what I
places,
mean?
like my mom, she washes her car at this certain place. It's like a car wash cafe thing, right? And when all of this ordeal was happening, her car wash takes about an hour.
Was it the frog one?
Bro, she drops. Nah, it's like a cafe. It's just
Oh, okay.
down in Hope Island. It's a really nice spot. Yeah, fancy. Yeah.
Rich.
So she drops her car off, and they ask her about her status. She says, "Nah, bro. They have like a chair outside. And she sat outside, bro.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
She had to sit outside for an hour and wait there for her car to get washed. So they'll happily take your car and your money, but nah, you go sit out there.
How stupid is that?
Still sitting in the car where the virus is probably
they're washing your car that you sit in.
Yeah,
that's the hardest part too. Is like some businesses they definitely didn't, but it was governed. Like
a lot didn't want to.
Yeah,
I was about to say,
and to like behind closed doors, a lot of them are just like, oh, don't worry about it. Like,
yeah. Of course, it was always different. Like there'd be some people that take it too serious and be like, hell no, and there'd be some people like, don't worry about it.
Even like the first time, like going to a pub when the pubs first opened up again, like you had to sit at a table and then the waitress came over. You had to wear a mask and sign in, sit down. The waitress will come and then ask you for your drink and then she'll go off and then come back.
There were places that the cops were trying to shut down, bro. Cafes. Because they wouldn't comply to not taking unvaccinated people.
Yeah.
Bro, the craziest thing was when they opened it back up again the first time, and I could actually walk up to the bar and buy a drink because I sat down, did the same thing, and then the lady was like, "No, you can go order at the bar." And I walked up and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" I felt weird, bro.
Yeah.
Me and my ex, we went to fucking Cairns, and like you didn't have to wear a mask in Cairns, bro. So like you had to wear it all the way up there, like from like Brisbane into the plane, and as soon as you get out of the fucking airport in Cairns, you can take the fucking mask off. I felt dirty, bro. Like I was just like, this isn't right, but that's fucking all good. I was like, this is wild.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But like goes to show, like we can go both
the
ways.
World
like
we live in, gentlemen.
The anti, like what's called the anti-vaxxers or like the pro-vax, like it's each extreme can push an agenda. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's up to us whether to like
how far
you want to go in, like in terms of like being an anti-vax and be like, that everything is fake. Or
it's
to
like, why do we have to? Why do
you know what I mean?
It's like,
why does it have to be one way or the other?
Like why? Like how have we come to a place where it's like there's sides?
Yeah,
like there should never be sides. There should just be
an intelligent.
I don't understand how it's like black and white. Like there's so much gray area to cover there.
Yeah,
like I understand if you want to get a vaccine because you have health problems or you worry about
for sure.
You worry about your.
It's the case of not being able. You can't paint everyone with the same brush.
So it's like how is it this or this and all of this is, and there's how many billion people in the world?
I don't even know.
But it's meant to be this or this, and those people from here think it should be this, and everyone should be like this, and people from here think it should be this, and
that's the main problem is these sort of like both extreme sides are pushing agendas to people in the middle, and gets people confused.
It gets people running back in this way.
And then you've got
it's literally like essentially like putting a mum here and a dad here and being like, let's figure out which way the kid runs to.
Yeah.
It's like why?
Which propaganda is enticing, more enticing.
And the anti-vax, and then half the anti-vaxxers were like unlike educated people that were just like fighting because of shit. Because like my mates that like I got two friends that were like didn't get vaccinated obviously, and they went to like a rally and stuff, and they went there and they're like the demographic was just fucked. They're all just like fucking just people that have no idea.
Oh, bro,
what
honestly,
they're
and
arguing
that's
about.
Gene will probably agree too. And that's the worst part about being at those things is when you attend, bro. You look around and there's a whole bunch of theories, bro. Yeah, and it's like, and it's like, man, we make ourselves look like such idiots because we're not being able to. Like, we're not able to be taken seriously because people will look at us and think,
and that's the hardest
you guys are theories.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing is like, now you've put yourself in a crowd where you don't even all the way align.
Yeah,
it's
like, don't, bro. Because
it's
like what Jim was saying. The issue of me was that I didn't like the fact that we were being forced to do it, losing our jobs because of it.
Yeah,
rah. Whereas other people are just like anti-establishment, anti-government, anti-vaccinations, and all of this kind of like.
They all live in Nimbin.
See, that's the thing. I don't know if I find a great sense in power in just me standing in like a one-man army. Because like, let's say for a lot of yous, like yous come from a lot of backgrounds that have a lot of like a big group, a big population of people that you identify with. And like in a lot of different scenarios, right? Like whereas for me,
even like my and shit.
Yeah, like for me, like with New Guinea, it's like such a small population. It's not like there's like people from PNG everywhere globally.
Yeah.
So it's like you really get to form your own free thought a lot more, like being from where I'm from, where I'm at. It's like I don't really need to feel like I need to identify with any group. So I don't feel like I need to walk around and be like, well, I agree with their ideas, so I'm gonna walk with them.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I agree on my ideas because of me, and I don't walk with. I don't feel the need to walk with anyone, or tell anyone to do anything because no one really does. You know, like
you don't dictate my life.
Yeah, no one dictates my life,
which
and
is
I don't
fire.
feel like I have to. I don't feel like because all of my people do this, I have to do this too. Or people that
that's
share the
fine.
same idea as me, I have to do that as well because that's how they do it. And I feel like maybe that's why I'm fortunate and I think how I think because it's like I don't feel tied to a group where I feel pressured into something.
100%.
You know, I feel like I just stand on my two and then that's my idea and that's the best idea for me. And you have your own journey, so I respect that.
But
you know?
but see, you know what's crazy is like tying that back into the Kanye thing is that's exactly all he's doing.
Well, Dane Dash said a big thing. It's like if you truly love this man, then why are you still filming him?
Fire.
If you say you have love for him, then why do you keep putting him in a position to
make him look
himself
like a
more
clown?
harm?
Exactly.
And he said, and they said, did Kanye tell you that he's not okay? And he has repeatedly.
Yeah.
Did he tell you that he has problems and issues?
And
Which
he
he
has
has repeatedly.
repeatedly.
And you keep choosing
To put
to
him on
do
platforms,
shit for your own gain,
100.
whether it's to deplatform him, whether it's for you to make a buck off him.
Yep.
Yous all did it, and yous are all to blame, and yous are all at fault for it. And I feel sorry for no one but Kanye. And that's just the truth.
Yeah, hard.
Because yous built this to this point. So,
Because they ain't doing it for views. Like dead ass.
I mean, people did stuff for views. People did stuff for sales. People did stuff for market share.
Yeah.
People did stuff to elevate their brand. People
Yeah.
did stuff
That-
to align with
For sure.
icon of our generation.
That whole JP Morgan Chase thing was definitely like a news.
You don't
know
think?
what I mean?
Let's be real. You don't think a bunch of businesses tomorrow are gonna think maybe we should go with JP Morgan because Kanye kind of knew what he was doing. He got to $2 billion.
It's like
Maybe we should go with JP. Right, that's what I feel like could have happened with that. Because who knows what bank someone is with, bro? You just don't know that, especially someone's businesses.
I guarantee you.
Like, bro, what? You tell me what business is Def Jam? What bank are they with? What bank is Rock Nation with?
American Express G.
What bank is Griselda with?
Exactly.
We don't know that.
No
Why
one
is
knows.
that? Why
No.
do you have to say you seize their business and their banking from your?
No one knows. No
that's
one,
true.
no
Why?
one-
I don't understand. It just blows my mind. I don't understand it
like
at all, bro.
no like bank statements public or whatnot.
Yeah, like no one says, "Oh yeah," and I bank at.
Yeah.
Jay-Z
Unless
not
it's like-
flexing, not
unless it's
flexing
like-
where he's at.
Yeah, unless it's like an ad, and they're like in the ad, and they're like,
Yeah, but they
I
get
bank
paid
for
that.
blah
And
blah.
Where's my phone?
It's ridiculous.
Love to check the stock of like JP Morgan and Chase
He's probably got
after the news.
I probably got American
I
Express
definitely
on there
think
too.
if you were someone smart, you'd be like, oh, maybe I should go to JP because this is obviously they handle big businesses. So I don't know. It just, man, it's crazy, honestly. So where do we think Kanye's gonna land
on
right
his
now?
feet, on his feet.
He'll land on his feet.
But is he never gonna be as big or as successful?
He won't be given the same platforms.
Is it down? It's gone up. JP Chase Morgan's stock has gone up. Since the 21st of October.
Let's start talking about it.
Since the 21st of October, JP Morgan Chase's stock has gone up.
Yep.
Those fucking people in power.
It was down and it's up since the 21st.
Of course it has.
Oh my gosh, bro! From here, $105, $101 from October 11 to $123.
Oh yeah,
what I
likely
mean?
story. JP Morgan.
But I just
Crazy.
I think Kanye lands on his feet. I pray he gets, what he wants out of all of this to some degree. I hope he can find it somehow, some way. And that's my main takeaway from it is like I just hope he lands on his feet the way
and
he wants
that
to.
there's some sort of grounding in all of this. Like
Yeah.
for him, You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and obviously,
and to just be content, bro.
He's just gonna
Yeah.
work harder. He's just gonna
And
work harder.
obviously, I pray and I send my thoughts and love to anyone that felt offended with the statements he made. Everything I say to talk about Kanye is not to defend any of his statements or remarks that he has made. I'm just saying it's just a perfect way of talking about the world in general of today, because I mean, people are at this point because of the state of the world. And it is,
and as we know, like, people make mistakes, and a lot of the time we're really quick to jump on people when they do something wrong.
Especially in the spotlight.
You know what I mean? Yeah, especially in the spotlight, and especially having the type of platform that Kanye has. So
yeah, and hopefully we can be that rare group that can find understanding in someone's wrongdoings in the moment of them doing
and just
wrong.
have a bit of grace. Like,
That just shows, to me, that just shows emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
To be like, well, I know you're wrong, and
allow
I know you're not
people
doing the
the
right
space
thing,
to
but
grow.
Yeah, like I understand that you're doing wrong, and you might not know you're doing wrong now, but
hopefully at some point,
hopefully we have faith that you'll seek out what you need to seek out to be the best version of yourself.
Well, versus the unbiased debate about fucking.
We are unbiased. We are very unbiased.
Like,
we're not biased towards anything. We have no.
We
have
just
no idea on, we
when
have
it
our
comes
own
to
ideas and
except when it comes to Eminem.
These are four people with their own ideas and ideologies.
It's very biased.
We all have. It is true. Like us four or five of us, we all share very different views, and ideas, and morals.
For sure.
And it's like, but we all respect each other tremendously.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of like admiration and love for one another. So I hope, the whole world can do the same.
That's a fact.
Hold hands, the world.
Yeah. What's the song? We are the world.
But
We
I
are
will add
the children.
But yeah, is there anything else anyone wants to touch on in terms of Kanye?
Nah.
That's
negative.
It, man.
I don't know, man. Be kind to each other.
Yeah.
That's all.
Just listen to people.
Have some grace, bro.
Listen to people.
Shucks.
Listen
Move
to
with
people.
love.
Yeah, man. And clean your laundry before you worry about anyone else's.
Well, move with Diddy. Move.
Read between the lines.
Love.
Read between the lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just there's not much else we can say. I don't know if there's anything else we can say about this.
Yeah.
No.
I just don't believe in deplatforming.
Yeah, 100%.
That's for sure. That's one thing.
Even for dudes that I don't agree with.
Yeah, deplatforming and not being able to speak on subjects should be erased. As long as you're not promoting something that is dangerous to others, whether that be violent or an agenda, then you should be able to speak your mind freely and
156%.
without any shadow banning or anything of that nature. So, but yeah, that was our take on the Kanye West, formerly known as Kanye West, and all the situations that has happened and where we've landed. Because that was yesterday morning when we got the Adidas.
Yeah.
Was that yesterday morning or this morning?
I think it was
This
this
morning.
morning.
This morning, so it's pretty much done now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now to all the DSPs out there, do not take his freaking music off DSPs.
Definitely don't do
Because
that.
that is literally the only thing I can think left. And there's no reason or need
To take
or leg to stand on to be able to do that.
Especially anyway.
If I see
You talk about other people's music.
Yeah.
if Ducky
Well, I'm gonna
disappears,
start the agenda. If it does happen, I'll remove all my music off DSPs if you remove Kanye's. And I hope other artists will do the same.
I'll do the
because
exact same thing.
His music inspired me. Whatever he said should not deserve for his music to be removed.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Exactly.
yeah. Not that my music coming up will be there, but hopefully it will.
I'll remove all of mine, I promise you.
Yeah, DSPs are like, no.
Yeah, DSP. But
You're not far off though. If enough people
that's the last one, and then he's fully
that's all
like
done, bro.
gone from every you can't.
Yeah.
There's no way unless someone chooses.
Don't put it out there.
Unless
put
it's
it out
Parler.
Well, it's easy to think of.
there. Yeah.
I see. I haven't had a chance to research what Parler is.
Is that the thing
I
he's trying to
haven't
buy?
probably- Yeah, the social media.
He's trying to buy it. Yeah.
It's getting hard. It's getting hard to get people on that.
A lot of people, like a lot of things have come and go in the last 3 years in terms of like bringing up new social media and stuff like that. And
and nobody thinks about it because there's like the three main ones that you don't even need to like think about.
Like Be Real became like pretty famous.
That's why you take a photo of what you're up to.
Yeah, but I think now it just becomes a chore where everybody has to like upload a photo every freaking day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like OnlyFans.
Anyway,
well, we'll see. We'll see if Parler comes to be, but I don't know. I don't know if it will or not.
But yeah, man.
Will you make one? Will you make a Parler if it comes out?
Probably not.
It's a hard thing to do, bro. I mean, we never got done to 2. None of us ever got the thing to get done
true.
To 2, so.
We just played with Matt's his stem player once, and then that was it.
I got a legal zip file that I didn't play.
I do have a legal. I do have the leaks of the album.
Yeah, that's on the USB.
I also have retained said files.
I work in the music industry. The backbone of it, I'll never pirate anything. Nah, I'm kidding.
He sampled it all. All his latest beats are made from fucking Kanye stems.
Yeah, so that's been another episode of the Well Versed podcast.
You got a 5 on it?
Oh, you do a 5 on it?
I want to do a 5 on it.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why I said
like
it.
ages.
True. Well, I will tell you as well, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell so you're notified when we upload.
Ding, ding, ding.
Tell us what you think of all the things that have transpired with Kanye over the last
And if you disagree with us, let us know.
Yeah, if you disagree
Those are
with
the
us,
best.
let us know.
Just don't send us death threats.
If you like my mask, tell me to wear it
Emotional
again.
intelligence.
Yeah, emotional intelligence.
If you like my mask, tell me to wear it again because Deadass is in his...
I can't believe he lasted.
Yeah, I did it just because you guys thought I couldn't do it.
Yeah, he's like sweating.
I gave him half
fucking profusely sweating.
I gave him half an hour. I was like,
I'm literally...
The mask is almost stuck to his face.
Yeah, it is. I won't even be able to get it off. But like,
all right. 5 on it. So this is a part of the show where we, give our flowers to someone that we feel like deserves them, and it's been either something recently or something that's been long overdue. So since the man himself mentioned it and said we should do it, we're gonna start off with Bill's 90.
Yo, my 5 on it is going to Gilly and Wallow for $1 million worth of game.
How many $1 million worth of game?
They just $100 million worth of
That's
games.
the rumor. Wow. That's the rumor. The rumor is
the rumor is that they just signed a $100 million deal with Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is massive to see. What they've made out of the platform. That they created.
They're really entertaining, bro.
They are. Their content's fire. And too, just in regards to leading the way for the culture and trying to get like helping their people get from a place of poverty to places that they wouldn't deem as possible.
Right, they did $2 million, I think, out of their own pocket in grants to different business.
Yeah, bro. They were giving away like $30,000, $50,000 checks, bro, to help businesses. Like, but you know what's crazy is that I was listening to an episode. They talked about their first check that they ever received for an ad that they'd done was $300.
Wow.
$300, bro. And now they're signing a $100 million deal.
Yeah. That's tough.
And it was cool because the video that they dropped was them playing Rich Forever. While Wallow and Gilly were signing their contracts.
They're crying shit.
Yeah, bro. That was so dope to see. It's cool to see, like, even just the story that they've, the story that they have, bro. Wallow been locked up for 20 years.
Yeah. Definitely.
But yeah, man, shout out to Wallow and Gilly. You guys,
good interviews. Like,
hard. And massive inspiration for platforms like us.
In terms of for some of us on this, I don't know, because I don't want to speak for everyone, but I think that no, I think that an influence and inspiration 100%. For sure for me personally with this.
Yeah,
podcast.
likewise.
I really love their interview with Southside. That was really good.
Yeah, that was a good one. The Cameron one's really good. That's the first one that I watched because you guys always talked about it.
Yeah. And they do business. Like, they do a segment called Business Spotlights.
That guy. Yeah.
Where they highlight a business. And then
the ads are too much.
What do you call it? with that business, they help give game to people so that those people, like their audience, can then join that business and figure out how to use that to make money for themselves.
I was so confused when that came on midway through me watching like Southside interview. I was like, did I skip a video or something?
Yeah.
Nice, dope.
Yeah. No, it is. So shout out to $1 million worth of game. And it's just like that.
Oosh to see. All right, bro, you got yours?
Yeah, no.
We'll go with Deadskin Sane.
Yeah. Okay, so Deadskins 1 goes out to, it was his birthday fucking yesterday. Shout out to Madlib. I've already shouted him out again so many times, but it's the OG's like 49th birthday, and shout out to the big dog. Madlib is one of the most I can't even put it to words how much this dude means to like fucking hip hop history, but he's the triple OG. He's got like he's got like albums with like MF Doom, he's got albums with like Freddie Gibbs, like he's tapped into old shit, he's tapped into new shit. He made a full like 16-part album when he's producing like Brazilian beats. Like Madlib is the GOAT, dead ass. That's it.
Happy birthday, OG.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man. For me, it would have to be, man, I don't know if I mentioned him on a 5 on it, but F and Z. Bro, come on
shut
now.
up.
Like, these guys are just having the year of their life.
Yeah.
Like, they're all over, like, the top anticipated album of this year.
Facts.
Fire.
Sorry, Karen.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're there this Friday on the 21 Savage.
Bro, I would not be surprised, but it'd be crazy.
Yeah.
And, bro, all of the albums, like, the Future one, what else?
Yeah.
The, help me out here. The Burna Boy one.
Drake, I think.
The Drake one.
Kanye recently as well.
Kanye.
Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow,
Yeah.
And that Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We got heaps.
They're the Perth
Honestly,
set,
it's on.
So
you can't
many.
even count it.
Are they the Perth set? They're the Perth set, eh?
Yeah, they're from Perth.
Yeah.
Those duo. It's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to FNZ. We mentioned them a couple of times, but I don't think there's not enough times we can mention them because they just they just
Big
get
dogs in
overlooked
the
way
shit.
too much.
They're like the new Cool and Dre.
Yeah, for here,
bro.
Dead
Yeah.
ass.
Crazy. They're out here
they might be one of the best producers out of the country
right now.
that we've ever seen, probably.
For sure.
Yeah, dead ass.
For me, I'ma do Pharrell.
Yeah.
It just came off the top of my head, and I just feel like
My dad.
as an icon, he's just so underappreciated and like undervalued, and from every level, from production to songwriting to the albums that he worked on
Even
to
the
fashion
auction.
to
Even the auction.
yeah, well, yeah, true. I didn't even think about that. Well, I'll get you to talk about that afterwards too. But yeah, like just I think everyone sees him as an icon, but just not enough of what an icon he is.
Or
Like
musical icon.
He's truly like underappreciated and undervalued. I can't say enough good things about Pharrell.
Surface level people don't realize how much he is, but like the underground.
But that's the best thing is too. He doesn't need
everybody
it.
knows. Yeah, I know.
He's so humble and gracious, and
but
like
all your favorite
how
songs
he
are
work-
produced by Pharrell.
And that's the thing, though,
Bro, you
see
know I
when
didn't know he
see what-
produced Stir Fry.
True.
Really?
Wait, what?
Really?
Yeah, I was listening to
Drink Champs.
No, it might have been the Drink Champs.
I'm saying what? I
And
didn't know that either.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
can
found
hear
out
it when
today.
you listen. When you
Quavo
listen,
Yeah,
you can
nah,
hear it.
as soon as he said it, I was like, oh, damn, true. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, like to
Neon
me, it's
Guts
just
is
like
crazy.
just so how humble and gracious he works, even
Yeah.
alongside anyone, no matter his stature compared to them. It's
Yes.
always like
You're right.
he's
100%.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like
He's so-
honestly,
You're
I
right.
can't say enough good
That's
words
so true.
about him, and I'd probably say if I could ever work with any producer, he might be
Yeah.
like for sure top 3, if not the number 1 person that I want to work with.
He's so humble too, but he still stands by his.
He knows what
fucking-
he's
his
confident.
artist thing.
Yeah, he's
Like,
confident
it's
in his
so good.
abilities.
It's so good. He
So
does
tell
his
us
shit.
about the auction that he's doing.
Okay, so Pharrell's got a thing called like Jupiter. It's called like Jupiter something, but he's pretty much auctioning all of his iconic artifacts. That's what I'm gonna say. Like
That's actually a sick way to say it.
from like
That
I
is
am
great.
proud of you.
yeah, from like his
That is not in your vocabulary, and you just pulled it out.
bro. Well, it's called Son of Pharaoh.
That's what happens when you're in charge of like merch for
This
like
guy
a
is
big company.
this guy runs a podcast.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna tell you about this guy.
Wow.
You're welcome. Thank you. But yeah, he's selling everything from like his iconic like multi jewel grills to like
It's just funny because
the most. Yeah, I know you can't see it.
Finger in your mouth, bro.
to like the most to like his iconic like nerd chain to like the nerd fucking.
What about the phone?
Belt buckle.
What about the phone?
Oh, the blinked out phone.
Yeah,
That'd be crazy.
Nah, I wish. Oh well, I didn't see it on the thing.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
You have to remember the phone. Do you remember the phone?
Yeah.
What phone was it? Was it
It's
a
like a flip
BlackBerry?
one, bro. I don't know what it is.
It was a Razor, wasn't it?
Was it a Sidekick? No, it wasn't.
Motorola.
That was a flip phone.
It was a flip one, pretty sure.
I wanted the glasses, the circle, the all the way glasses that he wore, and like everybody knows. Them shits were
The
hard.
man, he's such a legend and an icon. That's like so underrated.
Icon is like I think Icon is.
But
not
bro, like,
big
how does he?
enough for him.
Like, I just don't think he gets enough recognition.
He's like Tyler today. Tyler Creator is sort of like him. Like,
But Tyler
Because
gets the
Tyler,
recognition
like-
though.
yeah, facts.
That's
I
his.
think he
That's his
does,
triple OG.
but-
That's his triple OG.
Yeah, he's off that that
Cloth.
branch. Yeah.
Like, and that's from like Pharrell. Like Tyler is the biggest like nerd fan you'll ever meet in your whole life, and he got them to do like he got Pharrell to do deep cuts at Camp Flogner.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Bro, that's what that's the other reason why I mentioned today is because me and Sean were talking about I don't know, it was like the music video, but then we were like thinking of the song, and then I just played it for a little. I was like, bro, music will never be this good again.
No,
Nah.
not
It
again.
was Lap Dance by NEID.
Oh, bro, that song is fucking crazy.
Bro, but like I just remember like
Oh, naked
just-
bitches. Oh, sorry, naked women and shit.
yeah, the music video,
Yeah.
but like the full like you just never hear music like that
Yeah.
ever again.
Nah.
She Wants
And-
to Move was crazy.
and bro,
that
like,
video clip was insane.
If you didn't own the CD or like the album, you would have to sit like watch MTV and just hope that song comes on.
yeah,
You don't
before
get to
YouTube,
choose.
before YouTube,
Yeah,
before YouTube.
you know,
Makes me upset, bro. The state of music.
And I think that's why
It's sad.
that was beautiful about music back then. Is like I still remember being like a kid in the Philippines.
Yeah.
we have this thing called Mix instead of like MTV. We have
Yeah.
Mix, and I would sit there every day on my like weekends.
Yeah,
all my
yeah,
weekends,
yeah.
and just watch it from the morning
Bro.
to nighttime, bro, and watch like top 10. Like there's the rock show, the hip hop show,
Yeah.
and
had
you'd
RTR.
have to wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Coca-Cola, RTL.
Yeah, we had RTR, but it was like a countdown of like top 20. So it was like all the like
Yeah.
hottest songs all the way down to number one, and then like X
Yeah.
amount of people had like number one like every single fucking week on the week.
Yeah,
It was like, what,
bro.
Saturday?
Bro, do you
Like
remember that?
7.
What about that show that they had on Channel 4?
Top of the Pops?
No,
I
no,
didn't
no.
Have, I didn't have Channel 4. I was in Gisborne. I had one, 2,
1, 2, and 3. Damn, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Damn, I got one more. C4. That shit was hard.
C4. No, it was on C4.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the one that
Nitro or
that
something.
DJ Severe done.
Oh, yeah. I know the one. I don't know what
Yeah,
it's
I
called,
can't remember what
but
it's called. It's like
that shit
Fresh
was
or
hard.
something like that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You know what I
it
mean?
was fire. It
You'd
was
have
just
to
like a
wait
hip-hop
for
show. It
one
was gangster.
song. You could be waiting for like a whole 2 hours just to hear your
Bro,
favorite
I used to
song.
You know how bad it was
RTR,
back in those
bro.
days, bro? Back in those days, it was so bad that like you watch shows like RTR and stuff just because you want to hear your favorite songs.
Yeah.
But then that's how you end up learning the words to songs like "Looking back on when we first met."
Bro,
Yeah, because they would have the lyrics on the TV, yeah.
Bro, no, just because it was on so much.
Yeah,
Because
no, it
those are
would've
like
been
the
lyrics.
popular songs.
I don't think
bro,
there's
Robbie
Bro,
Williams.
let me.
Bro, Robbie Williams was number one for like fucking 10 years in a row,
Bro, the
Yeah.
reason you know the words to all of these songs
Just
is
how
because you're
repetitive.
waiting for a rap song to
Ours
come
was
on.
Rage. Ours was Rage.
Oh, yeah, Rage was hard.
Yeah.
It's hard now.
Yeah. Oh, it
Even-
still exists.
Yeah.
True.
When they get the artists on.
You remember Rage, Keegan? That's
When
us.
they get the artists on and they choose their fucking favorite songs. I seen a Marilyn Manson one, like, fucking when I moved over here. I was like, yo, this shit's
That was
hard as
hard.
fuck.
Yeah, Rage had everything. The earlier you woke up, the weirder it was.
Yeah, ours, I think.
Because I think it was like that weird club time, whereas
Yeah.
like people were still like raving
Yeah, like
on
4 or 5
after-
o'clock.
Yeah, so it was like
Yeah.
they still had the weird ones.
Like
So I
when
think-
Ren and Stimpy's on.
yeah, so it was just like
Talk about Ren and Stimpy, my G. That shit was hard as
Ren and Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead were on
Nelly,
there like
Nelly,
5 in the
Nelly
morning.
Furtado was like, what was it? That song?
I'm Like a Bird.
Yeah, that song got rinsed too.
Bro, that song got rinsed. Stills, what else is there? Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Yeah.
What's the Macy Gray song?
Oh,
There's
bro.
that Macy Gray song too.
Yeah.
I try to say goodbye and I choke.
Oh my god!
Try to walk away and I stumble.
Bro, that song was bro. It wasn't just here. Even in the Philippines, bro. That thing was busting through, bro.
And talking about Pharrell, Milkshake.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that song got
Milkshake was playing.
Hot in here.
hot in here.
Man ran radio.
Bro, there are so many songs.
What's the
bro.
Flow Rider one? His breakout hit.
Get low.
Get Low,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
That thing was playing 24/7 in the Philippines. Bro.
Elevators was better,
I was
but
like
anyway.
12.
One more shout out.
Oh, we do
Shout
the
out
other
to Kid Leroy's brother.
Oz.
Yeah,
Shout out.
he just signed a major deal.
True.
Just crazy, man. 16.
Who's to see?
What?
Yeah, he signed a major deal.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
shout out.
Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell so you're notified when we upload. This has been another episode of the Wellverse Podcast.
Oh damn.
The greatest podcast exported out of Australia.
Gee.
It's
Yeah.
official. It's stamped. What's that?
Is it behind your mask, Levi?
Nah, I think you got it.
What?
Keep it well versed.